I don't know. I hope they can do it. I think this could be. There's so much stuff that needs to be redone. I think the music was flat. The gameplay is super flat. I think make the visuals more unique and interesting. They've got a giant task ahead of themselves.
No, the Jaegers were cool though.
No,
really, to me it was a neat idea. You're basically Iron Man flying around. I feel like that part looked dope.
yeah.
To me,
Play it. Did you play it?
I played the initial like beta, and there was just like the bare bones of it. I did enjoy, but nothing else beyond that. And I didn't pick it apart too much. I like the idea of flying around. I like these cool suits. How much do you think they should completely overhaul, or just like make it prettier?
They gotta overhaul so much. Like you need. I mean, if you're gonna be in these flying things, give us a better sense of speed.
Gotcha.
Right? You're just sort of slowly flying to something. If you're gonna give us a story, give us a good story, and with better actors. There's just so many things that this needs to do. This needs to say that whole story that was here beforehand. Yeah, fuck it. We're done. We're done with it. That's not what this is anymore. But yeah, these mechs need better designs. They need to look cool. They need to take so many notes from Warframe that Warframe does what it did when Destiny came out. And they're like, oh shit, we need to be something besides this.
Because this was trying to take the lunch from Destiny, right? Like
that's what it felt like. I mean, I think this was from those articles we've read. I think it backed itself into a corner, so it copied Destiny because it didn't know what else to do to a certain degree. But it didn't even do as good a job.
See, this looks cool to me. I don't know if this is actually how it feels when you're playing
Maybe
it.
Now?
These are the best parts, but this looked cool to me.
It's definitely not what it was when it first came out.
They've made adjustments for sure since launch.
Oh, yeah. And they even mentioned, like, they're on season 3 now. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Heard no one talk about this. They got to make it fighting enemies. And that's the tricky thing. You're in this big, invincible, like, looking mech suit. Although that guy's super invincible. He just does tons of damage.
Oh, okay.
But I think that was my thing with when I was playing it early on. Unless you're fighting, like, a boss, you weren't really going to die. Make it hard.
Gotcha.
Make it, a back and forth. Make it a challenge.
Yeah.
And even Destiny does that. When I'm watching streamers play Destiny, their health is usually going down in a fight, going down low.
Oh, sure. There's always that.
Yeah. We're dying regularly. They get knocked out all the time, especially in raids. So, yeah, they got to make it harder. They got to sell this power fantasy or change the power fantasy. And I think they need to change this power fantasy a bit. Yeah, it's got, I don't know. It's got to find its identity and really dig into that. And
yeah, for me, I mean, on paper, I feel like I should be a fan. For some reason, it fails for me, but I like the idea of the gameplay. I like the the Jaegers, or what are they called, the javelins. They're that's a cool design to me, but I remember playing it and it didn't keep my interest enough. I don't know if you add and this is a dumb quick fix, but like add a single or a first person mode. Right. Could that kind of just already change some of the gameplay, the flow of the combat, the way you're playing?
The first person mode?
Yeah, first person mode was what I meant.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind that just to switch up the monotony of it. I don't know, but obviously needs way more than that.
Right.
But it seems like they're passionate about. I imagine so. Doing this kind of overhaul is got to be crazy fucking expensive, right?
Oh yeah.
But it's also, you could lose so much more money by just leaving this dead in the water. So it's like, why not just spend from that financial investor side, just spend a couple more million or however much more million, because then you will actually see more of a return. Otherwise, this thing is a complete waste of money if you just leave it as it is now.
That's the thing though. If this revamp fails, this was like one of the biggest wastes of money of all time.
It's a huge gamble for sure.
And I'm really worried about that. They've lost so much faith, and it's not a company that people are in love with right now. Yeah, I hope it can succeed. I think my biggest thing with this too is, so they mentioned like they didn't know what to do with the flying and stuff, and then like you can be on the ground, you can be in the air. Give us a reason during combat to switch between the two. Give us enemies that can only do certain attacks while we're in the air, so we need to drop down, or we can do a quick drop and like get us bouncing all over the place like a goddamn superhero.
Yeah,
is what we need out of this game.
Was there much combat in the air? Because it seems like it does kind of force you. Once you have to fight, you have to go to the ground. Maybe you can hover a bit, but you're not like jet setting around.
I think certain characters could kind of hover. I played the big tanky boy.
Gotcha.
Which you could switch javelins on the fly. I never did though.
Okay.
But yeah, I think certain characters could hover and fight, but at least where I was at, no, I couldn't really hover and fight. So give us, and then yeah, make the roles feel different. Yeah, it's got so much.
I like that they are committed to, because you mentioned, will that community still be there if they, do these revamps? And they're not the most liked company right now, but they'll definitely be not liked even more if they were to just leave this thing dead as it is. So I feel like there's going to be some points they're gonna gain by committing to revamping this thing.
Maybe.
It's possible. It's just a lot of work for sure.
Right. It also makes you worry about like what's the next game coming out of this Bioware.
That's true. I don't know. This is taking away time from developing that, right?
Yeah. So. And I don't know if they have a separate team. What's going on?
I would imagine that because they're pretty large scale, they have enough people to now divide and do whatever else they've been working on. There's rumors of another attempt to do like a what's the last one that failed that was really big? Mass Effect. Some kind of entry into the Mass Effect franchise, because that's something you could always mine if you make it work. But this is And how long is this looking to? How far away from are we from the revamp, the launch of Anthem 2? Is this another 2 years away? Because there's a lot of work to be done, right?
Well, they said they're not even like the season. They're not going to have seasons like they have been, which is a big part of a live service game. So they're not going to have the season 4 or whatever it is. They're going to do updates, but it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I hope.
Good luck to them, but
yeah, good luck.
Yeah.